Well. Good afternoon, everybody. This is Dave coming to you from the dog yard in my backyard in Southern Maryland. It's I guess it's Wednesday around 2 o'clock. Can't do a fireside chat because it is 70 degrees out here. Touch of breeze, maybe very slight. So I decided to come out here in the dog yard. So the wife's over at the farm doing her ride on Cooper. We have an informal dinner date tonight, so I thought I'd come out now and show you the dog yard. There goes Sasha, and in fact, they're all right here. So this, I'm going to turn you around and show you the dogs. They're all four of them are. They're all pretending to be cows. So that's Echo. That's Finn. She's 5. Finn and Sasha are the same age within 2 weeks of each other. Her birthday's March 1st. His is March Ides of March. No, St. Patty's Day, the 17th. That's Chance over there. He's just turning 11. He's the big dog of the group. That's Sasha. She's 5. You guys know Sasha. That's Finn's butt. I call him Nib Nib. I call her Scooch. Sasha is Sasha, but Echo is Scooch. So they go around and eat grass sometimes when I come out and sit here. They graze like cows. Alright, enough dogs for now, I guess. But you can see it's a big yard. It's probably about 3-4 acres, all fenced in. You can see it's fenced in with a 4-foot horse fence, and it's backed up by chicken wire or rat wire, so when they're puppies, they can't get out. And then you can see my bad dog row of bricks here. That's because Sasha was loving to dig out, so I had to put about 200 of those things down. So you gotta love dogs when you do shit like that. All right, so my OGs, you know, I smoke cigars out here when I smoke outside in Maryland. If I'm smoking inside the paddock, you know, it's pipe, but out here, and we're gonna go right to one of my bestest favorites, Partagas Black. It's a 6x60. It's a big one. This is spicy and bold. If you like your cigars to hit back, if you like your cigars to punch you back in the face, Partagas Black is the way to go. This is not for noobs. This is not for people who like light cigars. If you don't like Maduros, stay away from this. You know, if you like your naturals, stay away from this. These are dark, bold, spicy. I like them, but they're not for everybody. There's Chance. He likes to lay by himself and just kind of look out. So that's what he's doing. He's just checking things out. That's the way he likes life. Just kind of by himself. Grumpy old man style. He's a good boy. He'd have a real white face if he wasn't light cream coated. You can sort of see the white face. Alright, we're lit, we're rolling. Had to use one of my IM lighters. And why is a tragic reason. My green bag with my special cutters and lighters, torches. Can't find it. I don't know if I left it in Wyoming or hid it for myself before I left, but I can't find it. So I'm using a soft lighter to light this monster stogie outdoors. Woo, that's bold. I like that. So we got to play catch up a little bit, huh? So the last video I did was Friday night fireside chat in the Wyoming house, which, by the way, seems like 10 years ago now. But the roll home went straight as planned. I gotta show you this. Trying to get Sasha playing. She was rolling around in there for a minute. Now she won't do it because she knows I'm looking at her. That's too bad. Oh yeah, now she really knows I'm looking at her. Now she's pretending to be a lion. She's stalking. So anyway, Saturday morning we did exactly what we thought we would. We got up at 3:30, rolled, tires rolling at 4 o'clock. I have to say it was a relatively flawless drive home. So we left 4 a.m. Saturday from Wyoming's driveway, and we rolled into our driveway at noon on Sunday, right as planned. Well, she's got a rawhide that she drug out here from the house. They're not supposed to take things from the house out here, so they get sheepish when they know they get caught doing it. There's Echo on the prowl. There's Chance being Chance. And then here is Finney in his combat hole. He likes to dig combat holes and prepare for hand-to-hand combat. So he's dug that hole over there, and he just loves to lay in there. His most favorite time to lay in there is when it's full of mud and water. And then he's no longer a white retriever. He's a chocolate lab. Sorry, I keep letting the dogs interrupt the story. Anyway, it was literally 30 hours almost to the minute. We 4 a.m., which is 6 a.m. because we lose 2 hours. So we left 6 a.m. Eastern time and pulled in at noon Eastern time. So literally 30 hours almost to the minute. We had 6 15-minute stops for gas. Let Sasha out, see if she wants something to eat, give her some water. Get a cup of coffee. Back on the road. Didn't really we hit no weather on east of the Mississippi, but literally on the bridge crossing the Mississippi, just west of Chicago, we caught up with that big line of storms that was going across the U.S. And we were in a crazy downpour from Chicago to almost Baltimore. Something like probably 12 hours of crazy downpour and through most of the middle of the night. So it was pitch dark and driving rain. So that was and showing my intelligence level. Most people probably would have pulled over and said this is too night's hard enough or torrential downpour is hard enough, but the combination is too much. But not me. That's the intelligence of the man talking to you right now. I pushed through. FIMO, as they say. So I FIMO'd. We got home just fine. And that takes us through noon Sunday. So the rest of Sunday was slow. Amber and I just chatted. I took a little nap on the couch, watched a movie with her. But Monday and Tuesday were catch-up days. The amount of paperwork that was piled up on my desk from the post office and boxes and stuff after 2 months was incredible. It took me Monday and Tuesday to work through all the paperwork, but we got it done. Well, there's the FedEx guy, and you can hear Chance trying to keep his 2,000 to 0 record. He's 2,000 and 0 running FedEx out of here, so he's gonna work hard to keep that. He wants that perfect record. There's my attack pack. Chance in the middle. He is lethal, man. You don't want to mess with that. Here comes backup. Well, you'd be happy to know Chance's record stays perfect. FedEx has been scared off once again. There's one proud 11-year-old golden retriever. He's prides himself in not being a golden retriever. He's a golden repeller. Anyway, it's good that we can include you and stuff like that. So anyway, the last 2 days was just kind of getting all the paperwork done, getting through the 200 or 300 pieces of mail that are piled on the desk in the 10 boxes or so, including some tobacco. I showed you I cellared deep on a couple blends in Wyoming, and I added this. I cellared deep a little bit on a couple of blends here. Same blends, by the way. But I'm all out of mason jars, if you can believe that. So I went and bought a dozen more today at the grocery store. So, but anyway, the paddock's kind of back. It's good in shape. I try to leave it clean, so it was in good shape when I got home. Got through all the mail and bills and emails and just stuff that I couldn't do when I was in Wyoming. Kind of started today, caught up. So today was a pretty normal day. Got up, I don't know, a little bit late, 5:30. Did my house stuff. I try to, again, with 4 dogs, I try to clean the house every day for Anne Marie. Have that fresh pot of coffee ready when she comes downstairs. Spend a little bit of time with her, and then at 8:30 I roll out of the house, head over to the paddock, do my get my office work done, do my investing, take my classes, come back over here, grocery shopping at 1 o'clock, put everything away. The hot tub needed some work, so I put some new hurricane straps on that. And now it's like 2:30, and I'm sitting here with you, and then dinner with Anne Marie at 6 tonight. So today's a nice, normal Maryland day. Here you see Sasha digging her foxhole. You would think it was summertime out here with them laying down in the cool mud. Oh, and he can't stand it. Well, it's like dog TV. There's Chance. Wants no part of it. Wish they'd all go away. He's hoping I could rehome these 3. Anyway, so sitting here on Wednesday afternoon, life is good again. It's nice to have time to do a video with you guys and smoke a cigar outside. It's crazy to have gone from total winter starting to show spring to 70 degrees, 72 degrees. It's supposed to be like this all week this week. So this is March is very much like this in Maryland, where it's, they say what, in like a lion, out like a lamb. Well, it came in like a lion. We had real bad storms here before I got here, but um, all the trees down, sticks down in my yard tell me it's pretty good windstorms. So then you get these real touches of spring. We call it false spring here in Maryland. You get these like a week of 70 degrees, then it'll go back to 40s and windy, and then come April. April is what we call the magic month now. The magic month. You can see the trees behind me are all sticks, and they'll look like that on April 1st, but on April 30th they'll be completely bloomed out. So the 30 days of April is magic month here. It's every year. Starts out like sticks, not a leaf on a tree, and then by the end of April it's completely bloomed out. It's totally amazing month. April is when we call the greening. It means all the tree pollen comes out with the leaves, and it leaves all your cars and roads like truly green every day. So I'll get some video of it because it's hard to explain it, but I'll actually show it to you. It's called the greening. So we have false spring, early spring, the greening, real spring, and then false summer will kick in too. So it's all in the next 30 days. So it's kind of funny watching all your videos. You can get a sense of the economy just watching your videos. Truck and Piper Bob said that all his work is remote and he's got to drive to get to it. So sounds like he's out, 15, 16 hours a day right now, getting to the work, doing the work, and getting home. Chuck and Piper Doug said he's sitting on his ass too much because he doesn't get paid when he's waiting. He's sitting waiting on freight, and that freight's messed up right now. I thought that was kind of interesting that those two things were together. And then Chuck and Piper Mark, or Welsh Piper, or Red Dragon, or whatever we're calling him. With that shirt, he should be called Red Dragon Pirate or something. But anyway, he's driving maybe half of what he used to drive. So those are three truckers that have giving us a pretty good window into the economy. And then sounds like CJ's work at the doing the gunsmith thing's dried up. It doesn't sound like he's had any work for a few weeks. So I mean, just all these things, even in our tiny little world, there's lots of tells to. No matter what our governments tell us, you can see what the economy's really doing out there. Just that was kind of interesting, just watching everybody. If you're a market watcher, the big markets, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Dow have all taken a break from crashing for a few days, but it's been a brutal couple of weeks, and I think they're just taking breathers, and I think they'll resume their downward trends fairly soon. So that's another example of how the economy is really doing out there. And then how about Yusuf? Yusuf, a black man from South Africa, getting himself stuck in Amarillo, Texas. There's a joke or a song or a story in that for sure. I mean, that's I've been to Amarillo. I don't want to go back, and I certainly don't want to get stuck there. So best of luck getting out of Amarillo. Yeah, I'd like to at some point, Yusuf, you have to tell a story of, hey, you got to Amarillo, Texas. Not really on the way to anything, so I feel bad for you stuck there. I guess the other question I had for Yusuf, I think, is I think he said he was on a bus. Was he trying to travel the United States by bus? I mean, that cracks me up a little bit. I'm sure it's cheaper, but you find out what a big ass damn country the United States of America is if you try to see it by driving it. I'm a little bit worried about Mark, because Mark said he's flying into North Carolina, and he said he listed off all the people he wants to see, including Paul Gilson, who lives, not too far from Niagara Falls. That's probably a 10 or 12-hour car ride at least, maybe more. All the guys he said he wants to see are like 6 or 8 hours apart. I'm just wondering, he said he's only going to be here 2 weeks, so unless he plans on spending 7 or 10 of those days in a car, maybe he's going to fly. But Mark, I just warn you, man, look up the mileage, because this ain't the UK. So I just worry about how much time you're going to be spending in a car if you plan to see even half the guys you listed. So I'm hoping for the foreign people, the foreign people, however you say that, aren't messed up by me saying I drive to Wyoming to Maryland in 30 hours, because he might translate to say, well, Dave's just driving from Wyoming to Maryland in a day and a half. And I just want to reiterate, it's 30 hours of driving straight, no break. I take 6 15-minute breaks. It's 30 hours of driving time, or 29, I guess, if you take the breaks away, to get from Maryland to Wyoming. It's 24 hours of driving to get from Maryland to Denver. I know I don't think Mark has any intent of going west to the Appalachians, but I just want to make sure that those are driving hours and not to be confused with, driving 4 or 5 hours a day kind of thing. Oh, my dog alarms went off. Doesn't even know why. So one topic I want to jump into is how I thoroughly believe that pipe tobacco and cigar smoking is not physically addicting, because I smoke 2 or 3 bowls every morning and 1 or 2 cigars in the afternoon, most days, 6, 7 days a week. But like when I'm in Wyoming, And then I took 3 days off driving. I didn't smoke at all while I drove Saturday or Sunday, and I didn't smoke at all Monday. I was just kind of tired. But 3 days I didn't have a craving. I didn't, I miss it, but I miss it socially. I miss doing videos with you guys. And I'm glad to be back to having a pipe in the morning. But I didn't have a craving. I didn't have to have it even after 3 days. I just thought it was kind of interesting, and I think it debunks the myth that pipe tobacco or cigar tobacco is physically addictive or physically habit forming. We might want it, we might choose to do it, but it's not a have to have it like a cigarette. Anyway, I just thought, and I've observed that now. I've done this trip. I mean, gosh, each way I've probably done it 5 times, so 10 trips, and each time is 2 or 3 or even 4 day break from smoking, and I don't miss it. I'm glad to get back to it, and I miss it socially, but I don't miss it physically. So I just thought that was interesting, because sometimes people try to lump all the tobacco use into one category, and I kind of refute that absolutely, at least with my experience. All right, guys, I think it's enough for one video, the first video back here in Maryland. So some years, Maryland skips spring. You go from kind of a warm winter end like we're having here, straight into summer, into the mid 80s. So that may happen this year. We'll see. If it does, this is what we'll do. We'll do dog yard videos until I head back to Wyoming in June. If we're more traditional spring, we fall back into some cooler weather, we'll go over there and do a fire pit chat. We'll just see what the weather brings us. So that's it, you guys. It's good to be back. It's nice chatting with you. Well, planning to doing a video a day. I think we'll be back tomorrow on Thursday. And that's it. May God bless you. May God turn his ear to hear your prayer. May he make his face shine upon you, and may he bless your lives as he is blessing mine. Thanks, you guys. Talk to you tomorrow. Bye.